What's up, GG Nation? GG Legion. Golden God and Friends podcast of EA's Play press conference.
Which isn't on the screen anymore.
Yeah, live reaction we're gonna do right here. And of course, I talk about him all the time. But it's funny that he's here for a non-persona thing. We got Chad. Chad's here.
How you doing, fellas and ladies, and whoever else may be watching this?
Jeffries, all the Jeffries. Chad.
Jeffries. We love the Jeffries.
Chad, thanks for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the show.
I appreciate
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So, initial thoughts. What were yours of EA Play? Were you excited, non-excited, blah, blah, blah?
I had, like, zero expectations going into this, first of all.
You really did. Like, you seem not hyped at all.
Even when I got here, you asked me, do you expect to see Mass Effect? No, I don't. And what did we see? Nothing. Sorry, at the table.
You're fine. You're fine.
But, yeah, I mean, I wasn't excited about anything coming into it, and I actually left a little bit more excited because of a specific game we saw.
We'll give it a rundown.
But,
it'll be a quick one.
It was really uneventful. It was really short.
It'll be a
sports games are sports games, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah. Well, for me, I actually enjoyed. I liked how they opened up with Madden and the long shot. That's a very interesting. They're taking what FIFA did last year with Alex Hunter. I wish you could really play as your own guy, but it's cool. It's just cool having a story mode in general in a sports game. It's really nice to have that. They showed
Especially
Need for Speed. Game. Yeah, especially football. They showed Need for Speed. That looked pretty good. They showed some indie stuff. They revealed a new game, but it's going to be on Xbox's briefing tomorrow. Stay tuned for that, guys.
Didn't see much of that.
I'm hoping they bring it. I'm hoping Microsoft brings it.
It looked good. Whatever it was, it looked really
good. It
good.
looked really good. It honestly kind of looked a little bit like Titanfall, but it wasn't at the same time.
No, it wasn't. Hopefully it's a new game completely, and
hopefully
it's a Scorpio exclusive too.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. And then they closed out with Battlefront 2, which we all kind of expected. I expected that they were going to probably close out with Battlefront, and then they always do this every year. They just have everyone play, and they have the games out to play, which is really cool. It's interesting. Oh, I forgot they showed Live 18 and
basketball.
But we'll do the rundown.
Of course, FIFA.
We'll start out with Madden 18. What did you think of the long shot? What was your first initial gut reaction of it?
Like when we were watching it, and like you just said, you kind of wish you could pick your own player and kind of play through it.
Well, like not pick your own player. I just wish you could be yourself.
Or be yourself.
Like
make your own character.
Because they have the face scan stuff. You can face scan. But go ahead.
That's probably going to be more for the for the actual game, like actual game itself, not the single player campaign that they
just
clearly revealed.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like it's taken right out of Friday Night Lights, and if it is, it could be interesting to play.
Yeah, because it looks like you start in high school, right?
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was high school. It kind of looked like you ended up playing for Texas at some point in time. It looked like you met Dan Marino. I don't know why you're meeting Dan Marino in a Miami Dolphins shirt, but meeting Dan Marino. And yeah, it looked pretty cool. It looked interesting.
Question is, do you think there's going to be more colleges than Texas?
Of course.
How many?
No way do they just let one college recruit you. Unless they try to make this more of like
you're a Texas kid or something.
Yeah, then I could see why, because then your influencers are probably going to be more.
I'm going to say they didn't shell out enough, so they're going to have only about 6 schools. I'm going to say 6 schools will be available. And it'll be the biggest ones. It'll be like Ohio State.
Like I was saying, I don't even think that. It'll probably be, if they do it more towards story-driven thing and they keep it in-state, Texas has tons of colleges.
Yeah, they do. TCU,
all of them.
Everything.
Texas University.
AM, Johnny Football, right? How you doing, Johnny Football?
Houston.
Woo! Okay, so this is an interesting one for... I figured there would be a newer Battlefield, but technically not. They're doing an expansion. They're doing newer content as well, and it looked pretty good. It seems to be Russia.
This guy thought there was going to be a whole new Battlefield. An entire new game. Away from World War I.
No, like I did, but Battlefield 3 Battlefield 3 we got, and then we got 4 like right after it immediately almost. like
Yeah.
a year out. So I was expecting that, but I like this route better.
People
Battlefield
really
1
enjoyed this game though.
Yeah,
And
it's phenomenal. The
been-
opening
it's stuck
alone.
around longer than most shooters usually do.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and to see a full expansion to the game, is
What
pretty
6
cool.
maps,
Yeah,
new continent, everything. It's
a whole
Russia.
new army.
Yeah, it's Russia, which is cool.
Yeah, you get
the-
these. Yeah, the cavalry units. That was I
It
don't know
looked-
how
it looked-
I don't know how that's gonna play, but that looked awesome.
That looked really, really
So
good.
let's just hop on a horse and ride into the bullet fire.
They didn't say price tag, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a full $60. I think it's gonna be another game.
Probably.
I think it'll be a $60, 50 to 60. That's prediction. Golden God and Friends podcast.
Woo! Easily $50.
All
if
right.
not more.
And the first actual FIFA 2018 trailer. Ronaldo's on the cover. He's a big star right now in international football or foosball.
I mean, it's soccer, bro.
That's how I feel about it too. Personally.
Where are we? It's soccer.
No offense to any Orlando City fans or anything like that, because it's
we
getting
call it
bigger.
soccer. It's MLS,
Yeah,
not
that's,
MLF.
yeah,
It's MLS.
yeah. It is what it is, but it looked great. FIFA's always one of the best
FIFA.
sports games every year.
Every sports game tries to climb up to where FIFA's been sitting for the past 10, 15 years, and there's only like 2 that come close, and they're not made by EA, so let's
And
not talk about them.
yeah, for sure. Obviously, this is EA's play podcast we're doing right now. And then they went to an indie game. They got the creators and the writer and the director of A Tale of Two Brothers, which was free on PlayStation Plus several months ago. It was also free on Xbox One as well several months ago as well. Interesting game. Very, very much it's a co-op type
This guy's
atmosphere.
sitting here talking about the game. Hasn't even given you the name yet.
Well, no, I'm talking about The Tale of Two Brothers. Like I'm
you're
talking
about that one.
I'm talking
Okay.
about that game. It was an interesting co-op game where you had to control two brothers and solve all these interesting puzzles to get on. Slash platformer. It was a slash platformer as well. It was a really interesting game. It's pretty cool. But this one, it's called A Way Out, and it's a darker, grittier prison drama type game where you actually
Well, at least it looked grittier at first.
well, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna have it's gonna be an M-rated game, I would assume.
Maybe.
Maybe high teen. It looked M-rated to me. Very, kind of turned into Uncharted in some scenes, like we talked and we discussed a little bit.
Yeah.
But A Way Out, what'd you think of it? First impression, what'd you think?
This was the highlight of this conference for me, at least. I was never interested in a game like this, and even when he was telling me about Brothers while we were watching the conference, just kind of seeing the gameplay of it, and I was like, oh, this could be interesting. This, it's kind of a pain to do a co-op game with 2 people. You gotta always make time. It's kind of a hassle, but it could be interesting.
We might review it. We might play it
He
together
wants to. He
and
wants
review
to.
it.
I'm on
We'll
the
see.
edge.
I gotta see if I can get him outside his comfort zone because he learned nothing from our wrestling days.
No.
But I like the interesting dynamic in the game where these two guys are trying to break out of prison, try to see their families again.
And it shows one part, because I'll let you talk about how the split screen and everything else works.
Yeah, okay.
But you
yeah.
see one part when you're literally back to back and you're like crawling up a wall, but you're using each other's leverage to get up. So you're back to back and you're literally shimmying up this wall space. Like, that looked really cool. But at the same time, like I said, how are you supposed to do that by yourself?
There's one thing that really bugged this about Chad, and it was the split screen. And I think the split screen is going to be a constant thing online and offline. And I think they want you to do that.
I kind of wish you could cut this podcast like how they were doing. Just different sizes of each screen. Put my face up at top right.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I feel like they're doing that on purpose because it's more of an intimate moment. Or I'm seeing your perspective, you're seeing my perspective at the same time. Because in real life, a lot of people only see their own perspective.
That's true. True.
When you're actually talking to someone, and if you get in an argument with someone, you're only going to probably look at your perspective. And a lot of people, are going to look at their perspective. But me, objectively, I always look at both perspectives. And I always like that. So that's why this game really...
Keeps an open mind.
I do. I really do. And that's why I really like this type of game, because we're gonna play each other's perspective on it. We're gonna see it together. We're gonna take this journey together.
I wonder during the game if you can actually switch characters.
That'd be interesting. He definitely wants to be Mud and Chops. I'll be Goatee Guy.
If you didn't see it, go see if you can find the trailer for it.
It's already
Check out
up.
the dude's chops. They're legit. Just saying. Good chops.
Go check it out. The game looks really fun for a smaller type game. Obviously, EA helped fund this type game, helped build the studio, so that's why it's gonna be a EA.
Is that what he called it?
Yeah, it's the new studio they made, Hazelight. So check it out. I mean, it's one of the most interesting games about this press conference. So let's go to another big game that a lot of people are excited about. Definitely looks like Fast and Furious, and it's Need for Speed Payback. What did you think about that?
I forgot about this. They showed a little, what looked like to be gameplay at least.
Burnout Team is working on this, by the way.
If this is action driving at its best, like it should be, it is going to be awesome. It looked awesome.
It looked like
the
it
crashes
handled
were
really
amazing.
well.
There was no transition from, hitting a car and it getting into, going to slow-mo, showing the crashing, and then immediately you're driving again. It looked really good, and everyone should be excited for it because, no offense to Forza fans and everybody else, I get sick of driving a car in a circle all the freaking time. I want to do something exciting. I want to blow some stuff up. I want to steal some stuff. I want to run from cops.
It looked like it handled really, really well. The crashes were amazing. It's the Burnout Team. They're going to do crashes well. I'm very much with Chad. I like, no offense to the Forza guys or, the Gran Turismo guys that are still waiting for their Gran Turismo Sport coming out. Which I'm a Gran Turismo guy, too. I like that.
So sorry, fellas.
But it's nice to have some action-paced gameplay. I don't know if I'm going to like this story per se. What were your thoughts of the story? Because the story seemed really typical, very Fast and Furious.
Which is fine with me.
Yeah. It's what you expected, wanted.
I mean, it was what you'd want to see out of a high-stakes driving game.
Yeah.
What it felt like.
Because they show the scene where...
Because you can't just throw drivers out on the road and be like, oh yeah, you're going to steal this. No, you got to have some context behind it.
And they show the scene where you're with Jess and you get into this semi. You're trying to stop the semi and get into the semi.
Getting into the semi. She leaps.
Yeah, she jumps into the semi. Well, almost hit by a car as well. Or
balls.
Something. And then she steals like a Lotus from it. And then the camera switches and
By
you're
the way,
Jess now.
Smoothest exit out of the back of a semi onto concrete you could ever have.
Yeah.
This thing had no scratches on it afterwards. And then she just takes off. And then not to mention, skip all that. After she gets into the semi, busts out of it with this car, you switch people. You switch from being him driving the Mustang to her driving back down the highway. And that is awesome. That's great.
Shout out to EA for starting out with a Ford GT, Mustang. It was nice. Very sexy.
America, America.
From my city. That no one likes to go to.
All right, there's really only one more thing to talk about.
Well, no, we got to talk about Anthem. The very small snippet trailer
reveal. I don't
reveal.
even want to talk about it because I know absolutely nothing.
We don't, but what was your thoughts and impressions of it?
When I first saw it, I was thinking dinosaurs.
He said, "What'd you say?"
Yeah, I don't want to say it because that's kind of like off topic.
No, what'd you say?
It's Dino
Crisis.
Crisis.
It was Dino Crisis. That's one of my favorite.
But it looked like there was some kind of like reptilian lizard thing.
Yeah, it was like
a big
some
wall
monster
with some scratches on it. And then it kind of went like weird for a second. It kind of went into like tech
to me, it seemed very much like Titanfall and Evolve. Like, that was my first impression. It was like Titanfall and Evolve. We don't know what the gameplay is. Like I said, the gameplay reveal is going to be...
I'm going to look it up right now. Right here.
Live
What is this?
Live on Golden God and Friends podcast. I feel like... I really do feel like, essentially, that it looks like that. I don't know how it's going to play. It's obviously going to be a shooter. It's called Anthem, I think.
It is called Anthem.
It's going to be on Microsoft's press conference tomorrow. And I hope they really bring it with a Scorpio. Chad wants it to be a Scorpio exclusive. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be
own official website.
It's going to be on the umbrella of Microsoft, where they have to have it play on everything, older consoles and not, because Scorpio is not going to be a newer console. It's just going to be a 4K.
They are literally going to tell you nothing about it until tomorrow.
Yeah, literally, it's good. But that's my first, thoughts of it. Check out the trailer; it looked really good. It was really quick. I mean, it was a 25-second trailer.
Yeah,
it was like a 25-second trailer. But it looked. I immediately thought Titanfall and Evolve because of the giant monster or said thing. So
dinosaur.
So anything you want to say about NBA Live? Because I don't.
Nope.
I just look.
Nope. No basketball. Hate basketball. Not even watching the finals. Go Golden State.
This is the game I play. I don't.
If you're a Cavs fan, I feel sorry for you. You guys just aren't as good team wise.
I think they win the next game.
They did win last night.
No, I think they win the next game. Like I think they win one in Golden State.
So.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's over.
I wanna say.
I think this was Golden State just kind of like taking a day off, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna win it in Oakland.
Possibly, because they did not show up to play at all.
Kevin Durant is gonna explode just like he did the first 3 games, and I don't see the performance happening. Sorry, we're talking about sports, but I don't see the performance happening again from Kyrie and Love and everybody else. So
yeah, they broke so many records last night on that. But back to the final thing, and this is the final thing we got to talk about. And they ended it with Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Pew pew pew.
And what'd you think? They're gonna have Naboo and some of the older
more characters, more worlds, bigger gameplay.
Well, most important thing, story mode.
Did they say that?
Yeah, like that was the biggest complaint.
I thought they just brought it up at the beginning and showed that massive tweet about it.
And Finn's gonna be in the game.
They didn't really say anything about that after that.
Yeah, because I feel like, again, a lot of these press conferences are gonna cross over. I think you're gonna see Battlefront either on Sony or Microsoft.
It's probably gonna be Microsoft.
It could be either or.
I don't think Sony's gonna have the time for it.
Possibly. I mean, how many more white whales can they do though?
It's Sony; they can do whatever they want.
I mean, they've been killing it the last 3 years.
2 years ago, we opened up with Last Guardian. Last year, let's just get an orchestra and let's play God of War.
It was so epic.
No, let's not show a trailer for God of War. Let's play God of War for like 15 minutes.
Plus Spider-Man,
like, it was only like 7, but still.
Plus Spider-Man, Days Gone, like a whole bunch of great games they revealed this year. It's going to probably be more of the same.
Sorry.
So a little snippet of what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to have Chad back on for the Sony conference because it's going to be good.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I won't be available Monday, so if you do it Tuesday morning.
No. We'll do it. I won't do a live reaction after. I'll just do it. I'll probably do a little bit on my own.
I'll go over to Mello's house and bug the crap. Just set up your stuff and be like, bro, we're watching this. We're gonna react live to it. You don't have any choice.
But no, I want to talk to you about it because it's gonna be fun. But I'll do a live impression. But
I'm a PS4 exclusive guy right now. I don't own an Xbox, unfortunately.
I own everything. If you just look at my room, which you can't tell from this angle, but
I do have a Super Nintendo hooked up. Have a PlayStation 2 hooked up. I play Guitar Hero every now and then.
But yeah, they mentioned the story mode. They didn't say, like I said, I think they're gonna reveal it either at Sony's or Microsoft's. Like you said, probably Microsoft.
It's gonna be Microsoft.
They're gonna have instead of a season pass, they're gonna give all the DLC for free. They announced that. That's really cool. Probably to apologize for not having a story mode for Battlefront really not being that successful.
All right.
I mean, it's like a $15 game right now.
Get a little off topic. If they do have story mode, what would you like to see in a Battlefront story mode? Like, would you want it to be canon? Would you want it to just kind of be like this mashup to where Final Fantasy it's more like Final Fantasy Dissidia, and there's just like craziness going on everywhere? Like,
I don't want it to be canon. I want it to be its own thing, and just have a fun story.
You'd rather have the mashup to where it's just kind of like, look, you have all these characters. They're in this universe. Throw them all together, make a storyline, and just kind of...
Maybe that's the wrong word. I don't want it like a mashup like that. Maybe have episodes. Like, this particular episode takes place in Naboo. This episode takes place in...
What if you could play specific scenes throughout the movies?
I would like that a lot. I think that'd be cool.
Specific battles.
That'd be cool. Like, you relive that Kylo Ren battle where he I'll leave it alone.
I mean,
It's 2 years old, but you should know.
The whole thing with Yoda and Darth Maul, bro. I mean, they keep saying, we're not going to see Dooku. Let's see Dooku fight Yoda. Let that be the trailer.
That'd be cool. That'd be really interesting. And I think we will. I think we'll see a story trailer
Have Yoda walk into a room. Dooku throws this thing. Yoda stops it.
It'd be hot. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot.
Turns on his lightsaber.
So
gives him a little green smirk.
We're
way past 30 minutes.
No, it's only 20.
Damn it.
It's only 20. We'll end the EA talk here. Let's just do a little bit of what we want to see at Sony's.
What we want to see, period, for the rest of the
E3. What we expect is
Sony.
E3 to start. Like, what do you want? Let's just do a little bit of that, and then we'll call it, because we're pretty early. The press conference was really quick, and they really ended on that. And there is a beta. I think if you pre-order Battlefront 2, you get the beta. So definitely do that. It's the normal thing. Every fucking game does that shit. Sorry, I cursed on the podcast.
Only want to say one thing. If we don't get an Xbox exclusive, whether it's for Xbox One or for the Scorpio, whatever it's going to be called, I will never buy an Xbox again. I have no reason to buy one.
I feel like Xbox is going to bring it. I think they know they need to have exclusives. But remember 2 years ago or last year, they had nothing but exclusives and they just did nothing.
But the exclusives weren't new.
Well, yes, that's their biggest problem.
That's the problem.
That's their biggest problem.
You need to bring out something that no one's played, no one's heard of.
So do you think Anthem's is going to be exclusive, though? I don't think so. It's EA. They want money.
It depends. If Microsoft's willing to shell out the cash for it to be exclusive.
That's the craziest thing to me, because they have unlimited check. But clearly, Phil Spencer gets it. The guy that's running Microsoft Gaming right now gets it.
He wants it to be there.
But the guy above him does not... Sorry. The guy above him does not give a fuck about video games.
He doesn't like throwing the bills.
He doesn't want to throw the bill. He doesn't want that. That's why Scalebound got canceled, and that's why... I don't know, we Crackdown 3 got...
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, it hurt me too. It really hurt me.
It could be a revival. We never know.
That'd be interesting.
If they trolled everyone, made it seem like they were going to get rid of the game, bring it back just for this, just to be like, hey, yeah, we're still going to do this. We're just going to give it to somebody else.
So what do you expect from their press conference? I don't care if you have 6 teraflops. Dude, if you have no games, you're not going to survive.
There's no game off the top of my head, unless they do like a remake for Halo, the originals.
That can't save them, though. You think we'll get a new Halo?
Didn't they remake 1 and 2 already, though?
They did, they had a Master Chief collection that had 1 through 4, and then
3 wasn't in that, from what I understand.
3 was, yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but 1 and 2 were fully remade, though. Like they were
completely remade.
Well, 3 and 4 were just high reses.
No, remake Halo 3. Remake it. Just remake it. Bring back all the old stuff. Keep it exactly the same. Just make it look really, really nice. I mean,
I don't know.
One of the greatest games you could ever play online, man, for Xbox. Griffball. I never had so much fun playing a stupid game. Griffball was amazing.
Fun, yeah. But no, like saying Halo, are we gonna get a teaser of Halo 6? Do you think that's gonna happen?
No, maybe no.
I feel like they gotta bring it. I feel like they have to bring it.
Is there another? Don't they have something coming up later this year where it's more just Microsoft?
The only thing they had was Scalebound, man. And
no, not that's actually coming out, like another conference or something coming up, other than E3. That they could let out.
No, I was really shocked that they did not have their own press conference to reveal the console and then just have the games talked about in E3. They want to do it all in one, so that's why I feel like they gotta bring it.
I think that's why they had Digital Foundry do what they did to it, though.
Yeah, like they showed the specs or whatever, like blah blah blah.
I mean, they tore through the game. They tore through the system.
Yeah, and they saw
the system's worth every penny of what they say it's worth.
But it's like what you said. If you don't have
the collection of, I'm looking at your collection right now. Everything I see has a blue label on it.
Yeah,
there's no green labels. There's all blue labels. I mean, yeah, a couple of them are older games, but still, to sit there and look at a bookshelf full of games and to see 100-something PS4 games and maybe 10, 20 Xbox games, That's got to say something.
Yeah, I mean, it's their biggest bugaboo. Sony and Nintendo are so fucking good when it comes to their exclusives. They're powerhouses with their, Sony built 14 studios and all of them are making exclusive games and we still don't know every single one yet.
I still want to say the biggest problem for Xbox is the fact that they don't appeal to people outside of the United States as much.
It's always been their issue. It's always been their biggest issue.
When you can't get Japan and all these other Asian countries and everywhere else that love to play all these big games, especially
even Europe, they're even having a hard time getting
especially
Europe.
Games like we said we weren't gonna bring it up, but like Persona. I mean, how long did it take for us to get it over here? Period. But
a good year and a half.
Not having those games available to other people hurts. It hurts real bad.
It's just also
tough. There's no recovery from it.
Also, it's also tough because when we were growing up with video games, it was very different. It was a new thing. Now it's a booming business, and it's hard to take a risk. And that's why I respect Sony so much. The guys from Killzone, you're gonna tell me the guys from Killzone made a game called Horizon Zero Dawn about a giant robot dinosaurs.
By the way, I might borrow that game before I leave here.
The game's incredible. It's one of the best.
Man, I threw on. I was looking for something to play because I finished Persona, and I wanted to play something else, and I was like, I only have 8 games right now. Of course, I have some on my library, but
play Life is Strange.
I threw Final Fantasy back in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play it again, and then I played it for 10 minutes. And I was like, Jesus, I don't want to walk around. And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
So
I forgot, you need to be into that game to actually play it.
What is your other expectations for Sony or Nintendo or anything like that?
If I don't get Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, I'm gonna murder someone.
I feel like we're gonna get one or the both. We're gonna get one or both. We're gonna get Final Fantasy VII remake trailer, or we're gonna get a Kingdom Hearts 3.
We're gonna get
or not remake, but trailer.
We're going to get a trailer for Kingdom Hearts. We're going to get gameplay and maybe a release date for episode 107.
I think it's going to be the 20th anniversary, so it's going to be next year. It's going to be the 20th.
There'll still be a release date, though.
That's a big prediction. That's bold.
Shoot, even if they came out with a spring 2018 thing,
I think Spider-Man is going to be a lot closer
he's a lock, and that game should be out by August.
That's what I was thinking. I think it was gonna be a couple weeks after the movie, so around August. I think that's gonna be here. God of War is gonna be March. I feel like very much. It's not this year.
That's an October-November game, bro.
Bold statement.
It's an October-November game.
I think March.
Just because if the Scorpio's gonna come out right around the same time. Yeah, even though the Scorpio may not compete that well with PlayStation right now, but PlayStation's going to want a game that's out, that's only going to be exclusive to them, and that's going to knock people on their freaking butts, and that's God of War.
That game looks incredible, too. It looks more intimate.
What? Spartan Rage?
Yeah. I just like the interesting dynamic of learning, he's learning to be a father again, and he's trying to control his rage. And it's cool. It's really interesting.
I kind of want to see him just lose it.
I
want to see him just lose it.
Well, it reminds me a lot of this game.
And I do like how they're going away from all, the Greek and...
Well, yeah, it's Norse mythology. But it reminds me a lot of this one, Last of Us. And Ellie and Joel had such a amazing relationship. And that's what they're kind of recreating with Kratos and his new kid.
Yeah. I haven't finished that game, by the way.
It's incredible.
I don't want to.
I can't wait for part 2. Did we get a part 2 release date? I say no.
I mean, we could.
Last of Us part 2, by the way.
We'll get another trailer.
I think we will.
We'll get another trailer. I doubt we'll get gameplay, but we'll get another trailer.
Okay, so...
Wait. Before we end this, I shouldn't ask you, do you want to see anything from Death Stranding? And if we do see anything... I'll tell you that. If we see anything from it and it ain't gameplay, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see another haunting trailer.
I love Kojima.
The trailers are awesome, though.
I talked to this with me and my buddy Mitch when Kojima got fired from Konami, I'm like, if I was Sony, I would back up a truck and build whatever he wanted. And that's what they did.
That's exactly what they did.
And that's exactly what
like,
they did.
Oh, you want Norman Reedus and all these other actors and directors in your game? Here's the cash to do that.
Got a new studio, new
I'm sure
logo.
you didn't even need the cash to get all these people in.
Unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think they confirmed there would be no Death Stranding at all.
No. There's not supposed to be.
There's
not supposed to be. But it is freaking Kojima, and he does whatever the hell he wants. And I guarantee you, if today he sends in a 5-minute trailer, Sony's probably going to sit there like, oh, who are we kicking out?
Yeah, possibly. I think I really expect
Possibly.
a lot of people expect that game to be like PT and Silent Hills. It's not going. It's going to be more Metal Gear with horror in it. I feel like, where even Metal Gear Solid 5 you can say is very psychological, and it is.
That'd be interesting.
It's a very psychological game.
I wouldn't want to see that, but that would be interesting.
Well, I think that's what it's gonna be because it's very symbolic, like the baby and the fucking.
I want it to be a psychological horror game.
Yeah,
I want it to be a horror game.
it's a great place for it. Do you think we get anything for VR? I think
there'll be a lot of talk about it. Whether they actually show something new, I'm not sure about. I don't know of anything that's.
I think
supposed to be.
I think they're gonna do the combo games. Like Resident Evil 7 was a combo. Like it's a VR / non-VR experience. You can play either or. I think they're gonna have a couple announcements of games like that, just to let people know. Yeah, we know you bought VR here. Please don't kill us.
Do you have a VR?
I don't. I don't have any room.
I
I don't have any room for VR.
Because I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, well, shoot. And if I had one and I played Resident Evil 7 or a game like Resident Evil 7.
Well, I'll bring you over to Six's house because he has VR and he has 7, and I want to try it out. And I'll probably never play it again.
I'll watch you play it. I ain't gonna play. Don't put me in You ain't putting me in a house with crazy people. No, let's forget that. Forget that. I'll definitely die.
Horror is the perfect place for VR.
Oh, of course.
Because you can't run away. You got to face your fear.
You have to face it, and
I love
especially
it.
because most
lean in more.
Sorry, I was stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
most horror games do mess with you. They're more jump scares than they are anything else. And I mean, shoot, what would be better than you're actually walking around and you turn around and out of this bush some freaky thing comes leaping at you, and you're. I don't know about you, but I would probably jump backwards, hit a couple walls, and destroy some things in my house.
I played the Resident Evil 7 demo and PT, the PT demo as well with my Astro 850s, and I never played them again because it was that freaking scary. It was that haunting of an experience.
I won't even turn off my lights.
But
lights stay on.
So we talked about VR. Do you think we get any new game announcements for Sony? A couple more surprises, something
new games? No, not anything.
I think they'll have a couple new game announcements because there's so many studios we don't know.
I mean, it's possible, working on, but if they actually want to surprise people, then yeah, we'll see a new game. If they just want to throw some punches and just stick to what they got, because they already have a great lineup of games coming out for the next year. Next
year plus.
It's they can literally do whatever they wanted to and come out of this completely fine. They could bomb the thing and they'd probably come out of it fine.
70 million, they
could walk out and just go, we have nothing. Walk away and then just replay last year's.
The thing is too,
that'd be hilarious.
Well, this is interesting. Sony announced a few weeks ago that they have 70 million subscribers for PlayStation. For PlayStation. That's insane. That doesn't include Plus. That's just not Plus. That's both. That's Plus and everything combined. So Plus is probably about 40 mil, I would probably say.
That's crazy.
But that means there's 70 million PS4s out there, guys. That's insane.
At least.
That's insane. Insane numbers. So we're going to end it with Nintendo because I love Nintendo. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I think Switch right here for you.
Woo! Oh, it actually turned on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got
You go ahead.
distracted.
You can play around a little bit. I think what I really want to see from Nintendo is Super Mario Odyssey is going to get a release date for November. Calling it November. I want to see.
You think November?
Yeah, they're going to wait that long. They're going to wait till November.
All right, I agree with.
They need something.
It's going to
for
be
Christmas.
this year.
They need something for Christmas, and that's the Christmas seller right
Yeah.
there. They opened with Zelda, and now you got to close it with Mario. For sure. And Breath of the Wild is an amazing game. So they'll probably talk about the DLC a little bit for Breath of the Wild, because people are still waiting on it.
They will, more than likely.
But what I really want to see personally...
No, hold on. You got to remember, their press conference is only going to be like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, but they do their treehouse thing, and it
Yeah,
has
but
a lot
all
of
game demos.
Yeah, but they have a lot of reveals on it too.
Yeah, true.
Though. They
'Cause
have
they
a
won't
shit
talk
ton.
about a
Yeah,
lot of
they'll
games.
talk about a lot of games on there. But you're right. Yeah, it's going to be short, and it's controlled.
So,
it's controlled and stuff.
If we see Galaxy, it's going to be like 2 minutes, a 2-minute trailer, and then you won't see it until Treehouse. If we see Breath of the Wild DLC stuff, it's going to be
30-second trailer probably.
no,
maybe
it'll be a little longer
minute,
than that. They'll
maybe
spend a little more time on it just because it is Zelda. But yeah, I don't expect to see anything crazy or new or long from them because it's gonna be boom, 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 quick hit. Let's talk about the Switch, and that's about it.
Because they're doing
Unless they're gonna drop Pokemon Stars for some strangely odd reason.
I think that rumor is dead now. I think it's done because it's. Thank you there. Please don't break my Switch, Chad. I feel like they're gonna do a good job. But what I really want to see is Metroid. I want to see Metroid come back in some sort of form. 2D,
if there's a
3D.
Metroid trailer,
I want to see Metroid.
that place is gonna break.
They have so many great properties. Metroid, Kirby. They need to bring Metroid back. It had
Kirby game would be awesome.
They had a 30th anniversary for both those games, and nothing really came out of it. They did have that Kirby 3DS game,
like a
which
new
was cool.
Kirby RPG game.
It'd be epic, man. It'd be really fun.
Where you could absorb everyone's powers, use Meta Knight. Oh my god!
It'd be fun. Amiibos.
Nintendo.
Get on it for
It'll
sure.
make me buy a Switch if I can find one.
Yeah, I know. They've been doing so well. They're selling so many. They have 2 million plus sold. You can't keep them in store. They're hotcakes right now. Some Mickey D's Mario toys there. So, my last thing of Nintendo, I feel like they're going to have a couple surprise announcements. There is a new Shin Megami Tensei game. I don't think they're going to show... They might show a little bit of gameplay. I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2...
I agree with that.
We'll have a release date this year.
Tensei is going to be on Switch?
Yeah, number 5, I think it's going to be a Switch exclusive for a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be forever. But it was a smart move on them to partner with Atlas. Every time I see Atlas, I got to get that game because usually it's very, very good. It's in my realm of demons and M-rated and, social links.
I see his collector's edition of Catherine up there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Incredible game. So that's what I expect from Nintendo. I just want to see... I'll do some more thoughts. I'll get Mello or somebody here on it. But, thanks for joining us. For any last words?
Look forward to whenever this dude finishes Persona, because
we're
going to sit here for days and talk.
It's going to be a long podcast,
craziness.
Guys. It's probably going to be a 2-hour plus podcast. Easy.
I'm probably going to bring a better chair, too.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry about the chair. But thank you guys for, joining us for EA Play and some of what we expect for the rest of the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks again for coming on the show, Chad.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me here. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for doing this, period. I appreciate you making podcasts because I like listening to podcasts, and you guys do a pretty good job. I've liked the first few episodes.
I appreciate it. We will get better. I promise
Hopefully,
get better.
I'll get better myself. I'm sure there's times in this video where my voice cannot be heard.
But it's all said.
Hopefully,
and good.
it just keeps it all. It's just a big joke, like running gag. Oh, yeah, we can't hear Chad.
Yeah,
right now. That's fine. It's whatever.
But,
he's probably talking about nothing, anyways.
But stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that Persona 5 spoiler cast. It is going to be a spoiler cast, so the first half of it will not be non-spoiler, or first 20.
First half, I'll have duct tape over my mouth. Levi will be talking, and then he's going to rip off my duct tape, and then
we're just going to spew everything. But thank you so much. Expect some more live reactions to Microsoft's press conference, maybe Bethesda's. I like them a lot. And, Nintendo Treehouse and also Sony, which I'm really looking forward.
Early Treehouse.
Yeah, very early. So
actually, not that early, but
early in
enough.
Cali time, yeah. But thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining, Golden God and Friends, EA Play podcast / E3 podcast. Have a great day.